Okay, guys, today we're going to be talking about the Peloponnesian War. This is something that's going to happen eventually after the Persian War. The big idea is that Sparta and Athens will fight over who should have power in Greece. So when we last left off, the Greeks had united and been victorious in the Persian War. Persia leaves never to invade Greece again. The city-states decide to form an alliance or an agreement to work together because they wanted to punish the Persians for attacking Greece. They also wanted to help defend each other and to protect trade in the Aegean Sea. In order to pay for this defense, each city-state gave money to the alliance, and because the money was kept on the island of Delos, historians call the alliance the Delian League. Now, Athens is known for its strong navy, and Athens is seen as the strongest because its navy is protecting the islands. Athens begins to treat the other people that are in the league with them as their subjects, and they decide to actually form an empire. So rather than the Delian League being equal between all the city-states, it becomes an Athenian empire, with Athens really being in control. Now, while Athens and other city-states had been putting together the Delian League, city-states in South Greece, including Sparta, came together and formed an alliance as well, called the Peloponnesian League. And it's called that because Sparta and the southern city-states are on the Peloponnesus Peninsula. Sparta is not happy about Athens' power grab. They want to make sure that they do not lose their power, so they declare war. In 431 BC, Spartan armies marched north to Athens. They decide to surround the city with the idea that the Athenians will come out and fight. But the Athenians won't come out. So the next plan is to burn the fields and crops around Athens with the idea that the Athenians will be driven out of the city by starving them out, and Sparta will be able to force a surrender. But Athens has a few surprises lined up for Sparta. The first thing is that the navy of Athens is able to escort merchant ships up to the city, which gives Athens plenty of food, which means they don't have to come out. The second thing that they do is their navy goes off and attacks city-states that are allies of Sparta. So Sparta has to go and help defend the city-states of the alliance, which means they're not really able to get anything going in terms of declaring victory over Athens. Unfortunately for Athens, though, because they are all contained in one area in the city, when plague strikes, it runs through the city rapidly, killing 1/3 of the population, including their leader Pericles, who is kind of overseeing Athens' strategies. This goes on for about 10 years, with neither side gaining an advantage over the others, and eventually they have to go to truce. Athens keeps the empire, and Spartans go home. Then a few years later, in 415 BC, Athens once again tries to expand its empire. It sends its army and navy to conquer an island called Sicily, and this effort is met with failure. The entire Athenian army is defeated by the Sicilian allies of Sparta and taken prisoner, and the navy is captured and destroyed. Sparta takes advantage of Athens' weakness and starts up a war again. This time, the Spartans are at an advantage, and they are able to cut off the supply of food to Athens because Athens no longer has the boats to bring it in. In 404 BC, the people of Athens, who are now starving and surrounded, surrender. The Peloponnesian War is over, and Sparta will now take control. With the defeat of Athens, Sparta becomes the most powerful polis in Greece. For around 30 years, the Spartans control nearly all of Greece until other city-states start to resent them. This resentment is going to lead to a period of war. Control of Greece is going to shift from one city-state to another. The fighting goes on for many years, which will end up weakening Greece and leaving it open to attack from the outside, which is going to happen next as we look at a northern kingdom called Macedonia. Okay, that's it. If you need to go back, this will be found on Edmodo. Once again, make sure that you have written down everything that's in red, and we'll talk about this tomorrow.